So, when you hear things like, oh, you should do this, or you're going through something and someone gives you a suggestion, some advice, you hear something you read, something happens where something is trying to tell you to do something, but you don't move. Now, this isn't one of those videos where I'm condemning you for the choices you didn't make, the choices you did make that didn't turn out so well. This is not about that. I'm asking you because if you do none of those things, I want you to know it's okay. I want you to know it's okay not to take action off of someone else's perspective of what you should do. Am I saying that everybody's wrong? No. Am I saying that don't ever ask for input? No. I'm saying that it's for a reason that you're not going after that thing or those things that you're being offered. And the reason is, it's not just, oh, there's a reason for everything, but it's a true reason. Like it's your own self. It's yourself. Yourself isn't called to those things just yet. Yourself isn't wanting to do that just yet. Yourself is comfortable, actually, whether you believe it or not, whether you think it's true or not, guys. Yourself is actually okay with where you are. That's why you're not feeling called to move. Now, you may be feeling called to ask for help. You may be feeling called to ask for assistance or to find somebody, something to help you. But that's what you're being called to do. You're being called to seek, not find, but you're being called to seek what it is that you're looking for, the answer. And I promise you, the answer always finds you. It literally cannot happen any other way. The answer always finds you, period. It is a sure fact. Sure fact. I don't affiliate or associate with this company for any monetary reasons other than I buy this stuff, guys. So, and it actually is one of the best carbonated waters out there. I'm still waiting on the proof in the carbo world. Help me out here if you know anything about this. I'm waiting on the proof in the carbonated world to tell me, like, what's so bad about carbonated water. I don't fucking get it. Someone explain that to me clearly, and I'll consider, maybe dropping it. It is one of my favorite things, though. I've got 2 of them sitting right here, and then I have the regular water. I mean, fuck. Regular water's still full. This thing's halfway gone. That tells you how much I love this shit. It's so good. But we're called to do things, and when you listen, you are given the answer. So don't be frustrated that, oh man, I don't want to fucking hear that. Yeah, you don't want to hear that. Yourself doesn't want to hear that. You need a simpler version of it, or you need a different aspect of it, or you only need one thing out of it. But if you're called to study something, or if you're called to look into something, do it. Every time. Go as deep as you can possibly go. As deep as you can fucking go into it. For a lot of us, that's hard. A lot of us, it's not easy to go deeper into something. But let me tell you this, there's no bottom. Like, there's no depth. There's no bottom of depth. There's no top of height. Like, you can only go deeper. So you might as well fucking do it. Because if you don't, and you stop yourself short, well, if that's what you're being called to do, then fine. But if you're flowing in that energy and you're flowing toward this information, let that shit flow. Don't try to halt it and think, oh, no one else is talking about this, or they're not bringing this up to me. Why didn't someone mention this? Why did I have to figure this out on my own? What you don't realize is something that someone did mention to you is the reason why you're doing it. And that's what I mean by follow the seeking of it. Because in seeking something, you're being called to seek. What you're finding along the way, the little pebbles, the little gems along the way, it's like all at once you realize, oh, fuck, that's why. And you may never realize it. Some people do this type of shit automatically. Some people are blessed like that, where they can just whoop. And I think I'm one of those people, actually, where I do it naturally, and that's why I can express it to you, because I've looked into myself, I've studied myself, and I've seen what is it that I do that gives me the results that I get. And every single time, it just ends up me being here, being present, being aware of what's going on, that leads me to the next thing. So this leads me to actually the discussion of today is the book that changed my life. What I just told you, don't take advice from people, not don't take it, but if you're not actively listening for advice that is being given to you, that's okay. Because guess what? I was just told to seek. I have talked to and been around some very, very interesting people that your mom and dad would not approve of. Okay? That doesn't mean that they're criminals. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means the version of learning and spirituality that's been downloaded to us as humans isn't always prim and proper and prime and beautiful. Okay? I have dealt with people who, oh man, could be looked at as womanizers, right? Men who have multiple women around them as their girlfriends. I was not one of them at any point. However, I studied from this individual, these people, because there were multiple of them. One had tattoos all over their face. One had tattoos literally over their face, their neck, their fucking head, everything, like just blasted tattoos. One of the most spiritually deep people I've ever met in my life. But you wouldn't assume that. MMA, like martial artist or some shit. Yeah, he's amazing. The dude is incredible. But looking at him, you'd be afraid. You would bring your kids away from this person because you'd say, shit, that's not safe. Like, I gotta get away from this guy just based off of what you've been fed and told to believe is like what you're supposed to look like if you're a spiritual warrior or whatever the fuck. But I have been called. I was called to that shit. I was called to it. So I listened. And I mean, people around me were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you even involving yourself with that? What does it have to do with your life? How are you getting help by this? What the fuck? Explain it to me again. I mean, seriously, everyone in my life, I had no approval. Yeah, I had no approval from anybody in my life to continue with the studies. But when I tell you that me following myself, me listening to my own self and my own intuition, even in the times when I was heavily influenced by the things around me, because I was still finding my center, I was led to this fucking book. And it's not that I wasn't a spiritual person prior, but what it is that this unlocked me. It may not be this book for you. It may be a song. It could be a poem. It could be a book. It could be a TV show. It probably is not though, but let me stand back. Let me allow the universe to be it. Because shit, I'm not everything. I'm not conscious in everything, so I don't know if that would help you. But it could be anything. Anything. It could be a color. You could see a fucking color and it excites you so deeply that it wakes up something within you, but it's individual to you. All I'm telling you is this book changed my fucking life. And if you're being called to do something, if you're being called to hear something, go do it, go hear it. If you're being called to be something that you don't think you are, called to be a leader, called to be a follower, how about that? Being called to be a follower, how about that? How about that? How do you feel about that? In your mind, you say, fuck being a follower, right? But in your heart, you know it's the right thing. Always listen to this. This tells this what to do, not the other way around. Okay? Life is about beats. What does your heart do? It beats. Sound, frequency, energy, all bases itself from sound. Your heart literally beats the sound of itself, which is your own intuition and your own beautiful God-given right to be worthy of everything you want. Follow your heart. You must learn your heart in order to follow it. Yes, follow it blindly. That is what I'm telling you to do. Because you are just so fucking stuck in your head. We all are. Can be. so fucking stuck in our head that we don't even know what our heart is saying. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, whatever the fuck you do on whatever channel you're watching this on. I love you. The book, by the way, is called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. One of my favorite people on the planet to ever live. This guy is incredible. Deepak Chopra says, read this book carefully and you will get more than a glimpse of eternity. Gulp. Right? Gulp. The fuck? The first chapter. I'm going to end it after this. This is why I love this book so much. It's just, I'm rereading it. So, of course, I have to make a video about it. This is I think, year 4. My 4th year of being involved with this book, being involved with these practices. The first chapter, if you could fucking read that. What does that say? The voice inside your head. Holy shit. Fucking open this book up and read it. You will get more than a glimpse of eternity. More than. I love you guys. I will see you on the next motherfucking video.